All right, tribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whether you are listening live or listening to this replay 3 months from now, this is Timeless. This is week 1. This is where we learn how to breathe again inside our body. Before we get into anything, let's land. Take a slow inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. Imagine your body like winter soil, maybe a little bit compacted, maybe holding some old roots, maybe frozen in places. Now imagine warm sunlight slowly touching the ground, nothing aggressive, nothing rushed, just warmth. That is what week 1 is. It's not punishment, it's not restriction, and it's not extreme. It's warmth returning to the soil. Place one hand on your belly and the other on your chest, and just whisper internally, I am learning how to nourish myself correctly. Pause. I am allowed to go slow. Pause. I am building a new relationship with food. And then one more deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay. And so we land. I hope you guys enjoyed that little meditation. I sure needed it. I have a little candle lit here, and I was pretty much focusing on that. So I just want to share briefly where I'm at. I'm currently 8 weeks pregnant, almost 9. And ever since we got back from our baby moon, life has been a little wild. We were snowed in, waiting for the house to heat up, staying with his parents, shovels, winter mode. One of um, our pipes popped, so we had a leak, but thank God it happened while we were home and not away. So we were able to fix that quickly with thanks to Carlos's dad, who is just so smart, and he was able to help us. And he's coming a little bit later today, and they're coming with our niece, so it's going to be loud. So I was like, they called me and they were like, "What are you doing at 6:45?" I said, "I'm going to be on a live, but maybe I can wrap because this is so important to me. And then we also need them to fix the rest of the tubing. So 2 for 1. Let's do this." All right. So honestly, I felt out of rhythm. And what I realized this week is that food rhythm equals emotional rhythm. Am I right? When I started coming back to simple food, combining lighter meals, hydration, clean pairings, I immediately felt more grounded, more stable, more clear. And I'm sharing that because I know a lot of you are coming out of holiday mode still, travel mode, winter rest mode, emotional mode. It's like this turtle coming out of the shell. We all know we have to keep it pushing. It's just so hard sometimes. And February feels like we're waking up. Valentine's weekend, the year of the horse is coming up in 5 days. And so we're still shedding the little bits of the snake skin. We're in this cocoon moment. January was the caterpillar resting. Now we're wrapping ourselves into silk and getting ready for the big race. Food combining is that silk. It protects you while you're transforming. All right, so let's check in here. I've been loving seeing you guys post in the detox diary section. You all know how important that is. Your story can motivate someone else. And for anyone who hasn't posted yet, it's never too late. The beauty of school is that this is timeless. If you juice one day and not the next, post it. If you're struggling, post it. If you feel amazing, post it. If you have a great workout, post it. Let us know how you're vibing. You can put a video. I really like the videos. It really keeps people close when we're all so far away in different parts of the world. In the United States for now, hopefully we'll get some worldly members in. But your consistency does not need to be perfect. It just needs to exist. And that's what this year is all about, staying consistent. All right, let's get into what this week is all about. Whether you've done this before or this is your first time, this week is about learning about food combining. And even me, deep into this, sometimes I'm like, oh, what combines with what? So it's good to have that refresher, right? Some of you, like I said, some of you have done this before. Some of you are like, why does this matter? Here's why. Your body is not just a stomach, it's a chemistry lab. Different foods require different digestion environments, different pH levels, different enzymes, different digestion speeds. When we mix foods that digest at completely different rates, we create fermentation. Fermentation leads to gas, bloating, acid reflux, sluggishness, you're tired, toxin buildup, undigested residue in the colon. And then food combining is about respecting digestive timing. All right, so let's get into the first category, which is pretty much the first thing that you should be having if you're going to be having any foods. It's our fruit of the day because you're on an empty stomach. So, fruit digests fast, 20 to 40 minutes. It is water rich, high in enzymes, high in simple sugars that require minimal breakdown. If you eat fruit after a heavy meal, which I get like now I get like offended. Carlos's mom, when we flew in, she served us this awesome meal, and at the end she's like, frutita, and she serves us this bowl of fruit, and I look at Carlos and I feel horrible inside. I'm like, we're not supposed to have that right now. We're not supposed to have that. That's for tomorrow morning. Save it for the morning. And she just looks at us like, aren't you gonna eat? And we're like, Ma, I don't know how many times I've told you this, but we don't eat fruit at night, and we don't eat fruit after our meals. Maybe if you've had an empty stomach all day, if you've been fruit fasting, if you've been juice fasting, okay, that's different. But yeah, so it's hard. It's hard being a detox coach. It's hard knowing this information because it's just so hard. But anyways, if you eat fruit after a heavy meal, the fruit sits on top of undigested food and ferments. And that's where people say fruit makes me feel bloated. No, incorrect. Pairing makes you feel bloated. So the rule is eat fruit alone or fruit with leafy greens. You can do that. Or fruit in a monomeal. So examples, watermelon alone. You can do watermelon and lemon or lime. That's like the best. Mango alone, also mango with lime. That's the best. Berries with spinach, fruit smoothie with no fat. You could do the berries and the spinach smoothies. We do that. You want to avoid fruit and meat, fruit and starch, and fruit and heavy fats. So now we're out of the fruit category. Let's go on to the second category, which is non-starchy vegetables. Let me just take a sip of my green juice. If you guys are all green juicing right now, cheers to Green Juice Hour. Okay, let's continue with food combining. Here we go. One more sip. I've been waiting for my green juice. All right. So, second category of food combining is non-starchy vegetables. So, these are your natural foods. Examples: leafy greens, zucchini, cucumber, celery, asparagus, broccoli, and cabbage. These pair with almost everything. They digest in about 30 to 45 minutes. They are high in fiber and water. These are your safety zone. If you're unsure, just add greens. You can pair that with almost anything. And then the third category is our starches. So rice, potato, sweet potato, quinoa, buckwheat, oats, bread. Starches require an alkaline environment to break down. Digestive time is 2 to 3 hours. If combined with heavy proteins like meat, you create a digestive conflict. Why? Because protein requires an acidic environment, starches require alkaline to digest. When you mix them heavily, your body struggles to prioritize. That creates stagnation. Better pairing. So, starch plus vegetables, sweet potato plus salad, rice, and steamed broccoli. You want to avoid starch with heavy meat. So, like potatoes, like they say, like potatoes and steak and potatoes. It's a horrible combination. I'm not saying that we don't do it once in a while because it's good. Like, I love my truffle fries, but it's not the best combination, right? Bread and steak. Okay. And then the fourth category is our protein. Example, meat, chicken, fish, eggs, beans, lentils. I feel like that Thanksgiving song was it potatoes, string beans. I don't know the song. You guys know it maybe better than me. Okay, so protein requires strong stomach acid. So the digestion time for that is 3 to 4 hours, sometimes more. When combined with starches, digestion slows dramatically. So better pairings are protein and non-starchy vegetables. So you have steak and broccoli, salmon and asparagus, eggs and sauteed greens. Beans are a special case. They are protein plus starch combined naturally. So keep beans simple. Don't overload them with extra starches. And we all know that beans are self gas creating. So even though most of us here are Latinos, we grew up with beans, it's hard not to have our beans. And a lot of the times, if I have that craving for habichuelas, I'll just make beans and I'll put it on top of an arugula salad. So like nice warm beans on top of an arugula salad. I feel like I'm having my rice and beans. It's delicious. And then the fifth category is our avocados, aguacate. So fats. I'm sorry. The fifth category is fats. And I mentioned aguacate. Aguacate is part of it because it is a healthy fat. You have nuts, seeds, and oils. So fats slow digestion. So if you're eating fruit, keep fats minimal. Fruit plus high fat fermentation for many people. So it's better to have avocado with salad. That's pretty much my lunch. I'll do avocado with salad. Like Grisel had posted a beautiful dish this morning with avocado and sprouts and sardines, and that was pretty nice. I love that. I wish I could have had some of that. Nuts with vegetables, seeds on greens, so like pumpkin seeds and arugula or pumpkin, whatever your favorite dark leafy green is, you can mix it with. Okay, so why this matters during cleansing. When we combine properly, digestion becomes efficient. Less fermentation, less waste accumulation, less mucus formation, inflammation. And so I highlight the mucus part is because I've never actually, during this pregnancy right now, I've had so like my nasal, I've never had so many boogers in my whole life. But I guess that's a normal thing of pregnancy. But usually I don't really have a lot of mucus because I don't eat dairy and I don't combine in a way that causes mucus. So this is all very new to me. So when you stick to this sort of proper food combining, you're going to feel lighter, more energized, clearer, and less puffy. And when digestion improves, elimination improves. And when elimination improves, your skin, hormones, and mood improve. This is foundational. And that's why we say this is foundational work, because we're learning how to, work with our pretty much our cars. This is all a computer system that we have, a physical computer system that we have in the body. You cannot build a cleanse on top of chaos digestion. Week one is digestion repair. And so that's why it's always so nice to come back to week one, even though how many times you've ever done this, it's always nice to have that reminder. And I know I feel like you guys are on the same page with me. So, all right, take a deep breath as we move on to the next category. Transition options. Now that you understand food combining, you have options. Option one, slow and steady. Stay in vegetables, proper combining. Add soups and salads next week. Ease in, and then juice on week 3, like the traditional cleanse that we've always been doing. Or you can, if you feel ready, you can take today as a midpoint and tomorrow start soups and salads. And then this weekend, you could do your fruit fast. You could do your fruit fast for, sometimes I do it for 2 days because it just feels so good. And then next Tuesday or Monday, you can begin your juice feast if you feel called. So both are correct. I personally would love to juice with you guys right now, but pregnancy says no. So if you can juice, take advantage. After this call, comment, are you ready to juice next week? Let us know where you're at and what you're planning to do. Or are you staying in food combining mode with your veggie centric meals? And then maybe next week you'll do soup and salads and just ease into a juice fast. We can always extend this longer too. So let's say you stick with the same protocol and juice week you decide I want to go longer. You could totally do that. And I love having this group, this live group. So I will stay with you guys in that as well. After this call, okay, so after this call, comment where you're at, let us know and how you're doing with the food combining. I'll create a content based on where the group is. So just with that feedback, I can see what we need more. If you guys want more juice content or more soup and salad content, it's just based off of your input. So, okay, here's a preview into next week. When you switch to alkaline foods, you awaken stored waste. Waste can be old mucus, undigested food residue, biofilm, acid pockets, impacted matter. If you awaken waste but don't release it, you feel detox symptoms and you'll see them: headache, fatigue, irritability, breakouts, brain fog. This is why detox tools matter. So, your enema basics. If you haven't already, get your enema bag or your bucket. You want refillable, not a tiny bulb. Why? If you're eating cleaner, you must support elimination. Otherwise, toxins recirculate. So, we need to stay on top of that. And the more that we can pull out waste, if you have weight goals that you want to hit, remember that waste is weight. So, the more that we can use our detox tools, don't be afraid of it, the sooner you'll start to see transition in the face. And that's the first place you see it. You start to see more chisel in the face, and then the stomach and the arms will be the first thing to be like, woof, we are lining up with this. So, all right. So, other detox tools, you want to move your lymph. So, walking, the trampoline. If you guys got that shaker plate during the holidays, use it. Light gym workout, rebounding, sweat, so the infrared sauna, hot works. If you have that membership, go for it. A hot bath. Skin is a detox organ. So, we cleanse from inside with the food, with our colon, the enemas, the lymph with movement, and skin with sweat. So, the 4 directions, this prevents harsh symptoms. Next week, we'll go deeper into awaken and release. But for right now, you have like why, kind of a reminder of why we're doing this, and that this is a 2-part system. So, we're almost, about 10 minutes shy of the call, but I'm going to answer some common questions. And then I want to take on whoever wants to come on and we'll just talk. Okay. So here are some common questions for week 1. Can I drink coffee? If possible, reduce. If not, drink black away from meals. So, and drink it later on in the day. So have your green juice first, and then maybe around 12 and after, maybe you can have like a little espresso or something. But I would really try to stay away from it, because the more that you take your green juice, the less you're going to want those things. Can I have goat cheese? Yes, I love goat cheese all the way. Have the goat cheese, combine it, put it in your meals. It's amazing. Can I combine beans and rice? Like I said, better to choose one. So the beans and greens, beans and greens. Why am I bloated even with combining? Your gut is recalibrating. So if you feel like you're starting this and you still feel bloated, your your butt your gut is recalibrating. And if you're feeling any symptoms, it's time to pull out the enema. If you're having any issues, it's time to pull out the enema. Can I eat late? Earlier is better for digestion. Can I snack? Keep snacks simple. Maybe if it's earlier in the day and you haven't had anything, fruit. I also like to do a lot of pickles. I love pickles, cucumbers, carrots, and the tahini dressing, because I make like this hummus. You can find that in the recipe section. You can make your little hummus dip, and you can have that in between meals besides your juice. Why do I feel tired? Detox plus digestion recalibration. So that could be happening. And then why headache? Likely detox, caffeine reduction. So it's kind of like when someone gets off of drugs, like the body is like, "Oh, we're not doing this anymore. Oh my God." Like you start to freak out. So just know that the first week is the hardest week as well. Can I use oil minimally during cleanse? I would probably stick to butter if you're going to use any sort of oil. And if you're going to be using olive oil, make sure it's one that either you can fry or it's a cold press for just your salads. I like to use a lot of coconut oil too, but just got to be careful with coconut oil when you're frying because it can be high in cholesterol. Can I extend week 1? Absolutely. This cleanse is for you. Just by going just try to stick to the protocol as long as you need it to and use it as a transition for each week to be a bridge. Um, what if I mess up? Return, next meal, no guilt. Just get back on the horse. The faster you get back on, the less guilty you'll feel. And then when will I see results? Some immediately. Deep results come with consistency. You have to stay consistent. That's how you'll see the results. And we have to pull out waste. The name of the game is to pull out waste. All right, tribe, that's it for week 1. We repair digestion, we learn chemistry, we set options, we prepare detox tools. Now I want to hear from you. How are you feeling? Are you bloated? Are you energized? Are you excited? Confused? Are you easing in? I'm going to open up the floor, and if you're listening to the replay, drop it below. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know in the detox section, or you can comment right here in this post. This is a group transformation, not a solo one. You're not behind, you're not late, you're right on time. And yeah, the floor is all open. If anybody wants to join, say something, share, let's go.
Hey everyone, good evening. Thanks, Tara, for that call, that walkthrough. Um, I've been transitioning slowly. I wanted to do it faster than what it's been. Um, but hubby was kind of like, it's hard sometimes having to, remind him and this and that and the third. I kind of get thrown off a lot, but this is not to put any negativity, out here at all, but I think the hubby's out of this cleanse. Just want to say that. So I'm not sure yet if he's going to continue to go through with it or not, but for me, I was trying to do this like right away, get on the juicing, but it's been a little slower. I am transitioning to eating all alkaline. And um, once I hit that mark, which is officially now because I had my juice and all is good with the meals. So I think that if tomorrow I get a good start to my day, I will be doing tomorrow full on like alkaline, the smoothie, the salads. And then for sure this weekend, I will begin the soups. And my goal is to get on the soups right away to follow that with the fruit fast and then do my juice fast. So I don't even know if I made sense what I was just saying right now, but
It made perfect sense. I'm
that's
with
where
you.
I'm at right now.
I'm with you. I'm so with you too. Like I'm still easing into it this week.
Mhm.
And that's why I love just giving the option to let people know, okay, you have the structure, do it at your own pace. But while we're doing the live cleanse, it's really nice for people to keep posting because it lets people know it's okay where you're at. It's totally
Mhm.
fine. So I'm proud of you, Grisel. I mean, your foods look amazing. I just want to come over. If you want to keep enjoying your vegetable dishes, for a few more days and then say, okay, I've had this. I'm ready to start going a little bit deeper. Listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, and please keep posting your amazing dishes because we all love them and we can literally taste them through the pictures.
Literally, yes. I that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep trying my best to properly food combine, which is always the goal. Um, I started to put the spinach in, like, my soup and sauté it.
Mm,
The only thing that I'm eating, like, raw would be the sprouts, and I guess you would say the kimchi is, like, it's more fibrous, it's more raw versus cooked
mm.
veggies, but, I haven't done, like, a full-on salad, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and I think that what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep listening to my body,
enjoy
trying
it.
to combine the
Mhm,
best I can, and yeah, once I stop with the excessive fat intake, because I am like, the sardines had a lot of oil.
mhm, mhm,
I cooked the egg in butter, and I just want to be like full detox mode, and I know like fat slows that down.
mhm.
So yeah, listening to my body, and I will be transitioning as soon as I can.
I think you're doing so well,
Thank
and
you.
like I said, keep listening to your gut, enjoy every moment of it. If you find
Thank
that,
you.
"Oh, I still have some more vegetables I can put with some cheese and sauce," freaking
Mhm.
enjoy it, enjoy it, and then you just start to clear out your fridge, and then later on, you're like, "Okay, I can make these into soups now. Let me
Mhm.
start making soups." So, you don't waste anything and enjoy the flow. You're a surfer, girl. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. I love you all.
Love you, Kristoff. Alright. Anybody else wanna share how they're doing or, even if they haven't really started and they're, like, wanting to, maybe they started to grab their groceries, it's okay. This space is for you. Anybody else wanna share?
Hello, everybody. I love you all, girls and boys, everybody on the line. We're all fighting for our goal is to be healthy and happy and long life and give the best because we take care of our bodies and take care of ourselves. We got to take care of ourselves first, and then we can take care of the other people. So it's not the other way around. It's got to be you first and then you take care of your whole family.
How are you
And
doing with how are you doing with week 1? Where do you feel like you're at right now?
week one is like I'm preparing my mind to go to the week two. That's my week one. I apologize. I'm just sincerely, I'm getting there this week. Is getting prepared mentally that I'm gonna go to this transaction, which is gonna be good because I gained a lot of weight from all the holidays and all the
Mhm.
festivals and all that stuff. So I'm starting getting strong in the mind. Renew the mind and then renew the body.
And you've been
So
having your green juice every day? I saw you posted the other day. That was
I
good.
did. I did. I mean, I'm going to be honest, not every single day, but I'm getting there. I'm trying to
Good,
get there.
good,
I'm
and
setting.
that's what this group is about. It's not pressure in a bad way. It's like a good pressure to keep you on track because once you start feeling the results, you're gonna be so happy that you had this community to keep you strong. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna challenge you tomorrow and if you need me to send you money, I will send you money so you get your green juice, okay?
My green juice, and then I'm gonna do. I thank you for that, and then
Mhm,
I'm gonna do the cleansing because it's not only the green juice. I understand now. Like I was pushing myself to do but the cleansing is so good after you done it. Like it's hard at the
mhm,
beginning. I understand everybody. We are not used to that, but then you feel like you need to go every single day and do your cleansing. Take your
mhm.
time. I know it takes time. Even if you do once, like I started that way. Like I
Yeah,
started that way. I gotta get back to that because that's the purpose. The purpose is like you start getting your green juice, but then you gotta clean all that stuff
yeah,
because you got a lot of waste to get
yeah.
rid of. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
and then
there.
that's why I say for everyone, it's like if you feel like you can't go full throttle, at least start with having a green juice every day before your biggest meal. And then if you could do an enema a week, you've already kind of like primed your body up for the enema. So, and then once you start slowly like that, you're gonna pick up momentum because you're gonna feel so good. You're gonna be like, oh, I gotta keep doing this. I gotta keep doing this. And then you're gonna get to a level where you're being more consistent. So I'm proud of you for being here, mommy. And you
Thank
are
you.
an inspiration to so many people. So keep going, keep posting because we love your posts. Okay, mama?
Thank you. I will. I will start posting again and again. Like I said, it's a mental thing, but I'm glad that we are all together again. And I know it's more people coming in. I
Yeah.
see you're posting. It's some people where you were visiting from Arizona and all that stuff. People are really interested in getting themselves healthy, not with the medical system, because medical system is go back to the pharmaco, and that's what something that our president says right now. People want to go back to the old timers when we used to heal ourselves and not go to the pharma, because the pharma, they just, I mean, it's good, the doctors and everything. I go to a lot
Yeah,
of
thank God
doctors,
for doctors. We have a PA
but
here on the call, so thank God. Thank you, Lauren, for doing your job.
for the doctors, yeah, thank you for the doctors. But also, we got to do our part, because the doctors, they are no
Heard that. Love that.
magicians. We got to do our part. We got to take care of ourselves, and then we continue checking with the doctors, and then they don't got to give you these pills. They're going to mess up one part, and then the other one's going to, so that's what we want to do. We want to do naturally, and we want to do continually, and we're going to have longer life and enjoyable, you know so that's it.
I love you.
Hugs to everybody. I love you all.
Yay. Thanks, Mama. All right. Thanks, Grisel. Thanks, Mommy, for sharing. Anybody else want to share before we end the call tonight? And if you weren't able to listen to the beginning of the call, the replay will be posted tomorrow. And I really hope that you'll watch the replay because there's a lot of great information on food combining and this week's protocol. So if anybody else wants to share, you have the floor. How you doing, Lauren? I
I
think
was
you
just saying I need to contribute. Thank you everybody for sharing. I always love to hear what you guys have to say, and I'm curious, Maria, how much after like having, wasn't it weight loss surgery? Like if you're able to maintain through these diets, because I know you have to eat less food and more, healthy choices, but I do believe that the body has the capacity to heal itself and as a primary mechanism before pills. But it just takes a lot of discipline, and that's the hardest thing, is finding the time to organize yourself and navigate. So I agree that this first week for me is very much about kind of mentally preparing. Sorry, I got a silly baby in the background.
Oh, he's so cute.
Hi. But yeah, so yeah, I love the transparency in the group and the positive support. I think that that's very much needed, and in reminding yourself that you are still a human. And
Oh, Lauren, you muted yourself. We heard you are still a human.
oh my gosh,
Are we
sorry, yeah.
alien?
Yes, you're still a human and you're allowed to make mistakes, and but I like the at least once a week, and then you can kind of slowly transition back to as much as needed.
Yes,
Um,
don't give up. Like little
and the
baby
green
steps
juice.
every day is what gets us there. So at least having your green juice, maybe doing an
Mhm.
enema at least once a week is going to keep you in that, like I said, that momentum to want to keep treating yourself good. Because sometimes we can get so lost in the heaviness of the foods, in the heaviness of all the things we have to do, and we forget that we can't keep going if our bodies can't keep going. Like we have to, we have to prioritize that time. We have
And you
to
do feel
prioritize.
so much lighter too. I mean, I know that I loved feeling light in that sense.
Clear.
Clear, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Lauren, just
Hi,
want to
honey.
tell you, want to answer that really quick. Okay, the surgery that I have was the gastro sleeve, which if I don't take care of myself, I can gain everything that I lost.
Absolutely, yeah. I have
So
a lot of patients that
that's
undergo that.
and the people doing this surgery couple times, and this was horrible. That surgery, I almost didn't come out to the other side, to be honest with you. And I gained weight. After Christmas, I gained weight. My stomach got like, I wanted to eat. I wanted to eat everything again. So now I got to go back to what Tara is saying right now. This top lifestyle, I got to go back to that to clean myself. I got to go back to discipline myself. Everything is a discipline. So I got to go back. I gained some pounds. I get like 50 pounds. I got to go back. So after Christmas, after everything, I start cooking. I live on my own. I live really far away right now. But you know, um just cooking everything that I miss because I'm far away from all family that I have from before or friends that I went, like, let's say we do arroz con gandule, empatele, y toda esa cosa. So then I did it on my own with here. I start cooking, which I don't cook much. I start cooking and I start gaining weight. So that's when I need to start again my
And I think the
mentality.
reason why you were cooking all that is because it's ingrained in you too. So I saw when she was making pasteles, bro, and I was like, I want to come over so bad. Too bad.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. And I said, freeze everything. But I think it's just tradition. So the tradition tells us once a year we have to eat like crazy and eat all the things that are very heavy. And as much as we say we're not going to eat as much, we go in after a little bit, like you give in, right? And it's just a cycle that it happens every year. So, this is where we have to learn how to kind of change those traditions, and we don't have to repeat the same cycles we were taught to, because at the end of the day, who's it going to benefit? Is it going to benefit our children, who's going to repeat the same cycles? Like we really need to show them a new world, something that's going to help them live long, because I really feel that we are not living to our full potential in this life. We're supposed to be living long past 100, but because of the conditions and how we treat our bodies, that's why they're breaking down so quickly. So this is, like I said, this is foundational work. And if we can get past this moment, if we can make this a lifestyle that we're learning to, I mean, of course, we're going to be eating other things like meats and stuff. But if we can kind of like make a routine, like once a month, I'm going to do a 3-day juice cleanse and cleanse and clear out the pipes. Once a month, I'm going to, really hone in, because we can be our best selves, our most exceptional physical excellent selves, but we got to give ourselves a chance, and we got to get away from what is it, like traditional norms, where people say, well, that's not normal, so you shouldn't do that. No, what's normal shouldn't be normal. It's like they flipped the pyramid upside down, you know what I mean? So we're living in strange times, and we really have to listen to our intuition. And the more we cleanse, the more clear we're going to be, because we will be connected to source, and we'll be able to hear our intuition loud and clear. So, okay. Anybody else want to share anything? All right. I saw Carlos coming in and out of this call. I really wanted him to say something, but he's busy at work. He's got a lot of big projects. If nobody wants to say anything, and you guys all shared so beautifully, I thank you so much. We will have another live next week. Stay tuned for that announcement. Right now, I'm just going bit by bit, because this pregnancy is just telling me to just go slow. So I hope you guys are all doing so well. We will get into more things in the next few days. I send you so much love. Keep staying consistent, and we will meet live next week. And if I can do another live sooner than then, I will announce that. All right, guys. Peace, love, and vegetables.
Vegetables.
Yay! Yeah. Love you guys. Hasta luego. Ciao.